What's up, guys? Seymour 357 here, and today we're going to be talking about the Beretta. I'm sure everyone has heard of Beretta. Before we get started, if you guys enjoy the content, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it, guys. All right, so what we have here is a Beretta 92FS, and I'm sure everyone's familiar with this. They're very popular, very iconic. They have a lot of history with them. They're in a ton of movies, and I absolutely love this one. I've had this one for a few years, and I have never fired it. I don't plan on ever firing it, and we'll kind of go into that later why. But we're not really going to talk about this one. I just wanted to bring it out to show you guys. We are going to actually take it back a few years, and we're going to talk about the Beretta M1951, or the Modelo 1951. And I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's Italian, because these are Italian made. Alright, and as you can see, they are a little bit different. This one came out way before this one did. But they have taken certain features from this one and put into this one, most notably that open slide, and that is one reason I absolutely love these guns. Honestly, the 92, I've never shot it, like I said before, but I have shot them before, and I do not like the trigger. They're not really fun to shoot. You know, I just don't enjoy it. It's very spongy feeling. I don't like that spongy trigger. I do love this trigger. I bought this surplus a few years ago. I bought one of them, and I sold it, missed it a ton, so I actually went back and bought another one. For some reason, sold that one to a buddy of mine, and recently he was like, "Hey, would you like to buy this gun back?" And I'm like, "Yes," and it is going nowhere now. Every 2 or 3 years, I feel like, you know, some gun stores will get a few crates of them in. They usually go anywhere between like 3, and I've seen some go for like 4 or 425 if they're in really good condition. It's very tough to find them in really good condition. I was surprised to find this one in the condition it is, because I think I paid like $300 for this. And you can't beat it. There's a few different variations of this, and we'll kind of talk about that later on in the video, but we're going to go over some specs and what it's like shooting this. It does have a 4.5-inch barrel, all steel construction. I love that. Fixed front and rear sights. One of the things that's really odd about it that a lot of people dislike about this gun is that cross bolt safety. The safety is actually right here on it, right up top. And this, oddly enough, is your mag release. And it takes a old school 8-round box magazine. These are so hard to find. The most of the ones that I find are actually for the Hell one. I think it was Egypt. I'm pretty sure it was Egypt that made a version of this called a Hell one, and it's pretty much the same exact gun. I mean, it's almost down to a T, except they are horribly unreliable. At least the ones that I shot. I've shot a couple of them. My dad actually had a Hell one, and it would stovepipe every other shot like it was horrible. He took it to a gunsmith. Gunsmith polished the ramp. He did something with the magazine. I'm really not sure, but it did absolutely nothing. It was a horrible gun. Beautiful to sit and look at because, I mean, it was modeled, you know, after the Beretta. So, really pretty, very unreliable. This one, however, this thing has ran flawlessly. I never keep a round count on a gun that's used or surplus because, I mean, it could have been shot 100 times. It could have been shot 100,000 times. I'm not sure, so I really don't keep it down. But if I was guessing, I would say 3 to 350 rounds I've put through this, and I have never once had a malfunction. I've shot everything. Arms Corps, Tula, Federal. I've shot everything. Winchester, never had an issue. I don't think I've actually shot hollow points, so I kind of take that back. I've never shot any hollow points out of it, so maybe we'll take that out when it warms up. I'm wanting to do some shooting videos anyway. We'll take this out and put some hollow points through it and see how it runs. But like I said, all metal frame. I absolutely love that. It's very hard to find guns that are all metal anymore that don't cost like an arm and a leg. So I would definitely say if you like an all steel construction, you run across one of these, pick it up. Especially if it's in halfway decent condition and you can get it for a good price. You might not like the safety. A lot of people do not like the safety. As far as for me, putting the safety you know, on is very uncomfortable. You can't really, I mean, there's like no way to do it from this side. But if your safety's on and you're going to, you know, take it off, it's pretty easy to, you know, just kind of reach up there and grab it. The mag release, however, is very uncomfortable. I guess I really don't like that. I really like it being here. But you know, it's very old. This one's from 1976. That's what it's stamped. So I think they started making these in either the 40s or the 50s. So they have a very rich history. Beretta is a very old company. There are certain aspects of the internals that they modeled after the P38, and I mean, you guys can look all into that. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. But one thing I do love about it is it's very, very easy to field strip. It's got a little notch right here on the side. You just pull your slide back till it hits that notch, push your lever forward, slides right off. Rest of it comes apart just like any other handgun, pretty much. Except you haven't noticed it does have this little locking mechanism that moves, and I'm pretty sure that's the part that they actually borrowed from the Walther P38. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but when I did some research on it, I'm pretty sure that's what it. Said. And we'll see if I can get it back together. Watch me not be able to get it back together. Sounds crazy. All right, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. And you just pull it back up here, slide it back, put your lever forward, and you're good. We'll do a little trigger pull here. I've actually got a snap cap. I remember to bring a snap cap with me. I've been meaning to do that forever. So we'll actually show you what the trigger pull looks like on it. It doesn't have hardly any take up, just a little bit, and then it gets a little stiff, and then it breaks. And I really, really like how it breaks. We'll try to do a reset for you. Let me get this snap cap out of there. So it resets pretty far up there. Then, nice clean break. I do not like the 92's trigger whatsoever. I would take this over the 92 if I was in a situation where I was going to need to shoot. I would take this over the 92 any day. Although the 92 is very, it's way more ergonomical than this one. It's got a little more weight to it, a little beefier. The handles on this are god awful. They are hard, plastic. They have a little bit of texture on them here, but other than that, I hate the handles on it. And it's almost impossible to find any decent handles. I've seen people use some Hogue wraparounds. I've seen people have them custom made, some really nice ones, but they are very expensive. You know, like over half of what I actually paid for the gun. So I'll probably just stay with the original handles because, you know, it's original. I don't carry this gun or anything. It's just a range toy, a collection piece. So I'll probably leave it the way it is. Other than that, it does have a fairly deep history. Like I said, Beretta's a very old company. There's been a bunch of different countries use this gun. This was actually made for the Italian military, I want to say, in the 40s or 50s. Could be wrong about that. It could have been just the police, but this was actually police trade-in that I picked up at a local gun store. Like I said, I paid like $300, and every now and then they'll get crates of these things in, and they are from Italy. Everything, and you know, on the guns wrote in Italian, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys run across one of these, grab one. Look into the history on it. Egypt, I think Thailand, Iran, Iraq. There's a bunch of like Middle Eastern countries who adopted these as their carry guns. So they do have a rich history, very reliable. Like I said, when you get them, sometimes they can be very beat up. They can have a lot of the finish just wore completely off. Some of them you get around like $300, especially now with the way gun prices are. But like I said, I got this one for $300 like a few years ago, so you're liable to run across a decent one for around that price, $350 maybe. And if you do pick one up, if I ever run across one, I'll pick another one up, especially if I can get one like this for $300. Can't beat it. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope I didn't bore you to death. I'm going to try and get back on my schedule. I've got a baby due in February, so trying to remodel one of the bedrooms in my house so I have room, but I'm trying to get on it. I'll get back on schedule eventually, guys. If you stuck around this long, I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoy the content, please remember to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it, guys. Stay safe and stay healthy. I'll see you soon. Thanks.